How does this tiny green leaf turn air into food that sustains all life on Earth?
This can happen because of Calvin cycle. Calvin cycle is also known as C3 pathway. This unknown Calvin cycle occurs in stroma of chloroplast. Calvin cycle occurs during daylight but does not require light energy. So, that is a brief explanation of the Calvin cycle.
Calvin cycle has three phases, which are carbon fixation, reduction, and regeneration of carbon dioxide acceptor. In carbon fixation, 3 molecules of carbon dioxide enter one at a time. Each carbon dioxide is fixed with 5 steroid-bolus biphosphate RUBP. It is then catalyzed by RUBP carboxylase oxygenase ribosco, forming 6C intermediate, a molecule that's short-lived because it is unstable.
Next, each of the 6 carbon intermediate immediately split into 2 molecules with 3 carbon molecule of 3-phosphoglycerate. And that is what exactly happened in carbon fixation.
Moving on to the next phase. As we know, that is the reduction phase. Each 3-phosphoglycerate undergoes phosphorylation by ATP to form one 3-biphosphoglycerate. Each 3-phosphoglycerate receives an additional phosphate group from ATP. The phosphate group comes from hydrolysis of ATP, and there is 6 molecules of ATP are used in this step.
Now, each 1,3-biphosphoglycerate reduced by NADPH to form glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. What happens is NADPH undergo oxidation to be NADP+. So during oxidation of NADPH, each 1,3-biphosphoglycerate reduced by remove one phosphate group from itself to form glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate molecule. At the end, 6 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate form.
1 out of every 6 GTP molecules exits the Calvin cycle to help form glucose, starch, and other organic compounds. And since the production of one glucose molecule requires 2 G3P molecules, the remaining G3P molecules are used to regenerate RUBP and maintain the cycle.
The NADP plus and ADP formed in this process return to the thylakoids to regenerate NADPH and ATP in the like reaction. And that is the end of phase 2 reduction.
Generation of RUBP. Through a complex series of enzymatic reactions, 5 molecules of G3P are rearranged to regenerate 3 molecules of RUBP. This step requires 3 ATP. Now, RUBP is ready to enter the cycle again. Remember, the Calvin cycle is a cycle, so we need to make our starting compound again, which is the RUBP, to make the cycle going.
Since we have done going through the Calvin cycle, which also known as light-independent reaction, now you may ask, why is Calvin cycle so important? The answer is to produce glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. To produce glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, we will need Calvin cycle to occur 3 times, 3 carbon dioxide, 9 ATP, and lastly, 6 NADPH. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate will then produce organic compound which is carbohydrate, amino acid, and lipid. This will become the energy and food which will be needed by plant or even other organism.